So in the past, I've mentioned scrapping some stuff, and it's amazing to me how many people have never been to a scrapyard or don't know how that works. May not be entertaining for everyone, but I'm going to show you how scrapping works, how going to the scrapyard works.
I'd say it's a nut job.
So a lot of you have seen recently, I've been doing some remodeling in my shop, redoing a lot of things, and with that comes some spring cleaning. I am a terrible hoarder, and I hoard terrible stuff. So we're going to carry a big load to the scrapyard this morning, and we're going to see how much it's really bringing. What's it really worth to bring a load of scrap metal? Now, on top here is a refrigerator that quit working 6 months ago, and I've been holding on to it. There's no microwave in here that quit working, but then there's a bunch of little stuff, some old pieces of exhaust pipe, some old pistons, a couple of old oil pans that are no good for anything. Over here, I've got a block that has a crack in the cylinder wall, a couple more old oil pans, some old pistons. Right over there has an old head that's no good. Here's another head that's no good. There's just a bunch of random junk in here that most people would have thrown away 10 years ago, and I've been holding on to it for no particular good reason. So it's just a bunch of random stuff, but it's all got a little bit of weight to it. And if you don't know, that's how scrap works. They pay you based off the weight. Let's just go do it, and you'll see all this. And I promise you, my truck is not yellow. It's just the southern snowstorm we're going through right now. So we'll head over to the scrapyard, and I'm going to show you exactly how this works. But as I said, it's basically paid by the pound, and the price fluctuates all the time. The number you will see on the board refers to what it pays per 100 pounds when it comes to shredder scrap. Now, copper, aluminum, all that's different. It all pays different. Of course, copper pays the most because it's a precious metal. Aluminum pays a good bit. Shredder scrap pays the least, which is what we're going to do today. But shredder scrap is also the most common. It's pretty much where most of your metal will fall. I don't know what it's paying now, but I have seen it paying as much as $8.50 100, and I've seen it paying as little as $5 100. So it all depends on what it's paying at the moment as to what we get. But we drive across a big scale. They weigh you loaded. You go out, you unload everything, and then they weigh you empty, and then you get paid based off of that. But you'll understand more once we go through there if you've never done it before. So we'll get to the scrapyard, and I'll see you guys here in just a few seconds. In case you were wondering, you never find scrapyards in like Beverly Hills neighborhoods. They're always in the kind of areas that make you feel like you should be riding around with your doors locked. You know what I mean? And they're also usually a mud hole too, just so you know. Okay, so here's the scale you drive across. Like what you'd see at a truck stop. There's what it's paying. Looks like we weigh 63.40 right now. There's a part of me that shouldn't come to scrap yards because, look, I see that SN95 right there, and I want to take it home. I want to take that home with me. I can't, I don't need to be here. That's the deal. We just take our stuff, shove it out on the ground, and then we drive, sorry about that. Then we drive back across the scales empty and get weighed again. Yep. So we were, what were we at? 6,400, 6,340? I don't even remember. Well, let's go back to the video. We're at 5,180 now. She'll give us the little go ahead. There we go. And now we gotta pull over somewhere and go up here and get our ticket. We'll find a place to pull over up here. Let's just drive off the side right here and pull up here real quick. All right, so what's the verdict? Well, shredder scrap is paying $7.50. Whole cars is paying $8. So if you bring a whole car in, you get an extra 50 cents a 100. And according to the paper here, it's $7.50. I had 1,160 pounds for a total of $87. So I got $87, and this place is Upstate Recycle All. So here's the real deal. Could you make a living scrapping? Well, I guess you could, but you better have a whole lot of scrap metal. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna make a living on a little truckload like I had. I mean, guess if you had a truckload like that every day, $80 a day, I mean, I guess you could be okay, but that's still not a lot of money, you know? But where are you going to find a load every day? You know what I'm saying? So it always confuses me about these crackheads out here that show up at scrapyard every day with a moped with a little trailer behind them the size of a little red wagon, scrapping stuff that might bring $1.50. You know what I'm saying? I've always been confused by that because you're not making enough money to make it worth it. Are you even making enough money to pay for gas? You know what I'm saying? It's amazing that the amount of people that do this kind of stuff all the time. I mean, it's money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking it. It's money. And in my case, where it's just stuff that I piled up and I wanted to clean up around the shop and on and haul off my scrap pile, it's extra money. So it's not that big a deal. It's not that big a deal to haul off a load. I got $80 in my pocket. I can put a tank of gas in the truck and I can buy me a biscuit for breakfast, which is what I'm on my way to do right now to reward myself for cleaning up a little bit around the shop. So there you go. If you was ever curious, hopefully that answered some curiosity. It's as simple as load your truck up, drive across the scale, you get a weight. You rake everything out on the ground and drive back across scale and you get another weight. And they subtract the two numbers and they pay you based off of that weight. It's not really overcomplicated. It is something that anyone could do, but it is something that, understand, you're not going to make a lot of money hauling scrap metal. I mean, there's not a lot in it unless you've got a junkyard full of cars and you're scrapping cars, and you can scrap 5 or 6 cars a day. Then you might make a little money, but it's not anything, in my opinion, that's worth trying to pursue all the time. Just a little information that I thought people would want to know, because I've seen a lot of people that have never seen a scrapyard before and don't understand how they work or don't understand what a scrapyard is. Literally anybody can go in there with a load of metal, no questions asked, to a certain point, no questions asked, and you can dump out a load of metal and get paid. Bonus tidbit that I forgot to mention: scrapyards always pay cash, green cash bills, no checks, no IOUs, no debit cards, green cash. You get paid in actual bills, so that is a bonus. You know what I'm saying? Take the information for what it's worth. That's a day of me just doing what I do every day, which is either I'm working on something or I clean up, haul off. Somehow I'm hustling some kind of money every day, and you just got to do that. That's the only way you can stay ahead. So y'all keep her straight. Hopefully this is something that will educate some people that's never seen anything like this before. And if there's any oddball stuff like this that you want to see, let me know. Until then, I hope the Lord bless you more today than He did yesterday. God bless each and every one of you. To Him be the glory. And guys, we will see you on the next one.
I'd say it's a nut job.